All right, so today we are playing The Last Winter Night. It is an indie romance visual novel being developed by Indices. We have played some of their games before. The Last Winter Night is Indices' latest game that they're working on, and it is a gothic romance. So it says, haunt a suit of armor, explore an abandoned castle, recover your memories, and bring the ghosts of the past to rest in this melancholy visual novel about love, family, and regret. So we play as a ghost haunting a suit of armor. Which sounds crazy. So this is just a demo. It is available on Steam and itch.io. We're playing the version that's on Steam. They're literally the same. Let's do it. Let's play The Last Winter Night. Let's be a ghost haunting a suit of armor. Lost Soul. Oh, this is so pretty. Wandering through mist and snow. Do you feel the touch of iron cold? Oh, can I click that? I can. Wait, is that us? We look hot. That's a real hot suit of armor. Oh, I have to click on me. Ooh. Oh, did we just come to life? Oh, wow. Before you awoke, there was nothing. No warmth or light, no touch nor taste, no sound nor sight. No dreams, no fears, no memories. Only a dark as vast and boundless as the sunless sea. You were one soul adrift among the dead that came before you, a droplet in an ocean. Well, such poetic writing. But now, you're unsure when you came to consciousness, when the pieces of yourself coalesce and form you again. When darkness became dimness, when silence became the barest rustle of sound. Wind. You're here again in the world of the living, as if you never left. As if, when you closed your eyes for the final time, you were only dreaming. Oh, wow. You try to recall what a dream is, what it meant to wake from sleep. When you were alive and sleep was a different being altogether from death. Feel. Oh, can we click it? We can. Moments pass. You remain still for some time, letting the sensations of the world around you flood your consciousness, grounding yourself in the flow of time itself. Time. You once felt its passage with painful clarity. The world of the living is a finite and fragile one, fleeting as frost beneath the morning sun. But now you have the luxury of waiting. Something falls gently around you. Snow. You form the word in your mind, feel its shape with your consciousness. Soft, white, cold. You shiver out of instinct. Something metallic clangs and rattles as you do. But the bite of cold never comes. Okay. Listen. Okay. The roar of the wind, the creaking of iron, the song of a place abandoned by time. If solitude had a sound, would this be its melody? Look. Okay. Finally, you decide to examine your surroundings, or rather, your encasings. Oh my gosh. This is so tragic. Imagine waking up after being dead and finding that you're bound to a suit of armor. Oh my God, this is Full Metal Alchemist. We're Al. We're Alphonse. You try to move your fingers and something metallic clicks in response. A steel gauntlet follows your command, clinking softly as you twist and turn. But this gauntlet and vambrance are hollow. No flesh is encased beneath them, not even bone. Yet, as you bend your arm, the cowder and the pauldron move to your command. The rings of an iron halberd clatter against the empty. Oh my God, I do not know any of these words. I'm assuming they are parts of armor, but this is so sad. You know that once, long before the currents of the sunless sea took all memory from you, you had flesh. You lived and breathed. Lived and breathed and fought and killed until you died yourself. Oh my God. See. Okay, let's see. Gingerly, you reach for your visor and crack it open, then closed until your vision settles into focus. Oh, wow. So sad. Did we do that? What you see is yourself, your reflection, rather, in a broken mirror on an old stone wall. Oh, wow. An empty helm stares back at you. As you shift and turn, your cuirass and pauldrons shift along with you, clanging in the dimness. Oh, we're a lost soul. That is so sad. Did this armor belong to me? Was I a knight? Was I a knight? You concentrate, searching for any traces of the past that linger on your soul. You find nothing but flashes of sensation, flickers of emotion. You clench your gauntlets as you feel them wash over you. Fear, rage, regret. The hilt of a sword in your grip. Oh my gosh. A war cry on your lips. Hunger, cold. You have killed and you have commanded others to kill. Violence is no stranger to you. Neither is the feeling of cold steel surrounding you. But beyond these sensations, no memories come to you. Not yet. Perhaps in time, you'll know what drew your spirit, not only to your armor, but to this place as well. For now, you've turned to the rest of your surroundings. Oh, wow. Objects will not yield all their secrets upon a single look. Okay, so we have to click things more than once. Try examining them more than once to reveal more insights. Okay. A brief summary of your discoveries can be found in the codex. Oh, thank you for showing me. When you have found everything you can interact with in a room, the frost around the edges of the screen will disappear. Oh, that's helpful. I hope you can find yourself again. All right. Okay, that's really helpful. Let's check the fireplace. A cold stone hearth with only ashes remaining. You try to recall memories of laughter seated before a roaring fire. Shared smiles, warm wine, words of comfort whispered. Hours nestled shoulder to shoulder, huddled against the cold. Nothing. Oh, wow. This is so sad. Who would I have shared tender moments with? Oh, that's so sad. Let's do it again. As you look at the ashes left in the hearth, you spy what you at first think is a stray clump of snow, but it flutters away on a sudden gust of wind. A feather? It's gone before you can think to reach for it. Oh, okay. Let's try this. You have awoken in a long, deserted room. If you can ignore the overturned furniture, broken glass, and fallen chandelier, you think it would have been a comfortable place. It's spacious with a thick rug, wide walls, a hearth for warmth, and arched windows for light. A solar or sitting room. You briefly wonder if you could have had the luxury of spending time here as a knight. I don't know, probably not. This room clearly has seen better days. Rust coats iron, while grime has settled deep into stone, wool, and wood. The broken windows and overturned furniture tells you that this place wasn't merely abandoned. Who or what left it like this? Okay. It's a book. You pick up the book and try to read its faded words, though your hollow gauntlets struggle to turn the pages. It appears to be an epic, romantic novel about a knight. Knightess, rather. Well, I suppose anything is possible in fiction. The pages are filled with lengthy paragraphs of purplish prose that spend too long describing the main character's musings, the scenery, and the main character's musings about the scenery. I wonder if that's a tongue-in-cheek kind of commentary on visual novel text. You feel safe in assuming this hefty volume did not belong to you. Okay, so it's not our book. Mirabelle then looked into the shining ocean-like pools of his azure blue eyes. Oh, how blue they were, and blushed deeply until her fair cheeks were as red as the blooming rose she held in her palm. Okay. Otome games are low-key written just like this. Quickly, she pinned it to his cuirass, catching a glimpse of herself in its mirror-like surface, and blushed further. Ugh. Yeah, please put the book down. If I wasn't a spirit already, I'd die from embarrassment after reading this. Agreed. Yikes. Do I have to click the book again? A frivolous novel about a female knight. Damn. That's crazy. Somebody must have been doing some light reading before they were interrupted here. I don't think that's light reading. Let's click that again. How many years has this place been left like this? How long have I been dead? Ooh, good question. Okay, what else? Oh, there's papers. Sheaves of parchment lie scattered near an ancient wooden table. You carefully pick one up and attempt to read the faded script. Ooh. My dear Marchioness, my knights and I are most eager to attend the tournament. Ah, but my condolences once again for your loss. What a great burden your father has left to a woman as young as yourself. Oh. I, of course, would be happy to offer my advice, perhaps in a private setting. Ugh. The letters continue in a similar fashion, mentioning a tournament, the death of the recipient's father, and promises of courtship or counsel. The words choke with flattery and veiled condescension. Each one is addressed to a marchioness. You assume this must be the woman you swore fealty to. Though the letters praise her modesty and elegance, you can only imagine her reading the words with a sigh or grimace. You certainly would, if you had a face. You set the letter aside without caring where it lands. I think these were to us. Ugh. Okay, let's try it again. Among one of the letters, you spy what appears to be a drawing of a portrait, but the features are obscured. It bears a signature, H.R.H. Okay, His Royal Highness. This Marchioness was a noblewoman who corresponded with royalty? She must have had immense power or wealth, or both. What were they discussing? But frustratingly, you can't make out any other words. Oh. Let's try again. The letter's addressed to a marchioness filled with flattery, condescension, or both. They discuss a great tournament she hoped to host. Hundreds of nobles and knights would have gathered here for it. The perfect time for something unsavory to happen. Okay. Wild. Oh, the windows. There's the mirror. Let's do the mirror next. You take another look in the mirror, trying to make out more details on your armor. Ah, it's so sad. It's a deep black, though the metal's luster has been lost to time. Delicate engravings cover its plates. Spiraling leaves and gilt florals trace its surface like ivy on a wall. The crest carved into the center of the cuirass resembles a bird. A crow or a raven, you think. It's an intricate piece of craftsmanship, beautiful, truly. But more importantly, it feels familiar, comforting. Wearing it makes you feel less like a spirit and more like you, whoever you were. Plate armor is already expensive, you think. Hence, only knights can afford to wear full suits into battle. Armor this ornate could only have belonged to someone of great status or renown. Could that truly be me? What sort of person was I? If I was so important, why wasn't my spirit laid to rest? Ooh, good question. I don't want to think about my demise like that. Could that truly be me? What sort of person was I? And why wasn't I laid to rest? Everyone from the loftiest king to the lowest prisoner must be granted final rights. Whether a grand pyre to burn away mortal regrets or a single candle crudely carved with a name. 1,000 lights or a single flickering flame. Every soul deserves something to guide him across the sunless sea. Either I received not even the barest courtesy at my death, or the burden of my soul weighed so greatly no flame could hope to lift it. Ooh. Oh my gosh, that is so heartbreaking. Like, who is this person? It almost makes me want to cry. But I remember nothing of who I was. How am I supposed to free myself? Oh my gosh, it's so sad. I hope somebody lays me to rest if I expire from this mortal coil, because I don't want this. You examine your reflection again, trying to remember your features. Your armor stands at an impressive height. You were tall then, and must have been physically fit to don it. What did I look like? Was I rough and imposing? Dignified and princely? I guess we get to choose what we look like. What I look like doesn't matter. I'm dead. Fair. Would it be vain to wish that I was handsome? No. I'd like to think I had a friendly face. An intimidating face suits me. I'd like to think I had a friendly face. You may have been a knight, but the battlefield couldn't have been your entire life. Who were you outside of your armor? Did you have kind eyes? A bright smile? Or was that only how you wanted others to see you? Aw, this is so depressing. Okay, one more time. A hollow suit of blackened steel looks back at you from within the mirror's surface. More. Your armor was once, and still is, beautiful. Yet, though tarnished, not a scratch covers it. Like it was never worn into battle. Like it stood here, unused, never to fulfill its purpose. What if we died before we could go into battle? You know that even the most beautiful armor is built to protect. For lords and knights, conveying one's lineage is as important on the battlefield as off it. If you fought for your master, you didn't do so in this suit. Then why was I drawn to it? Why this armor, and not one that protected me in life? What if this isn't our armor? What if this is the armor of someone we loved? Oh, that's so sad. You couldn't be with them in life, so you're with them in death through their armor? Oh my God, that's so freaking sad. Let's look at the window. Broken windows gape like an open jaw, drawing icy breaths of wind into the wide stone room. Shards of glass litter the floor like a revenant's teeth, buried under soft white mounds of snow. A winter storm gathers and grows. You'll have difficulty traversing it should you even find a way outside. Jeez. Listen, I didn't know this would be so sad. Well, There's plenty more to explore here yet. Oh my gosh. I told you this dev does these like heartbreaking, bittersweet stories. All of them are like this. And they are so good. Oh my god, they hurt so good. There's still more to uncover. Okay. You step towards the windows and stand for a while at the threshold. The world outside is a blur of white and dark that stretches as far as you can see. A pale moon shines in a pitch black sky. A lonely thing, further than you could ever hope to reach. The world of the living is beautiful. It's just as empty as the sunless sea. That is so depressing. The world of the living is beautiful. The soft glowing moon shines on a world silver white. The night is dark, but nothing like the void from where you came. In the lightless sea, darkness loses its meaning. Here, in contrast with light, it almost feels alive. Oh my gosh. It doesn't mean I like the dark, though. I'm glad it's a full moon tonight. Okay, how much more do we need to click? I'm done being sad. I don't want to click anymore. Broken, jagged windows. Shards litter the floor like a revenant's teeth, meaning whatever broke them came from outside these walls. Eesh. You take a piece of glass. I want one. It's mine. You take the large piece of glass and tuck it into the pouch on your belt. You're not sure how, but perhaps it'll be useful. We're all going to be crying. That's what's going to happen here. It doesn't hurt to be prepared. For what? We're in armor. Okay, we still have more to see. What have we not clicked yet? Oh, the picture. A painting hangs above the hearth, flaking and aged, its ornate frame tarnished with time. It depicts a woman of no less than 20 summers, dressed in a blue gown, her skin porcelain fair and hair fairer still. Oh, she's pretty. Is this our mistress? A raven, its feathers the same stark hue, perches on her arm. She is beautiful. Not even time can steal this fact from the canvas. Only because she is like me, lifeless and ageless. Oh my gosh. You stare at the painted face, trying to recall the person it belonged to. Oh my gosh. If she was the mistress here, I must have served her as a knight. But her name, like yours, escapes you. Oh my gosh. Oh, I think we're done. We've seen it all. We're free. No, we're not. You're not my brother. What? Who? Was that my lady's voice? You wait, but save for the wind, the castle remains silent. If I keep searching, I should remember more. At least you hope so. Okay. Left or right, guys? Left or right? We're going right. Let's do it. Oh no, there's more to explore. Okay, let's look at this suit of armor. A rusted suit of armor donning a faded blue surcoat surveys the hall. It's impressive, but dated, and doesn't hold a candle to the fine craftsmanship of your own armor. Okay. Hello? Did we expect it to talk back to us? You try to call out, and immediately feel foolish, as we should. You don't have a body, so naturally you have no voice either. What are the chances there's another haunted suit of armor here after all? I mean, not everybody's gonna be Alphonse Elric, so. Okay, let's click it again. You tap the suit of armor's visor. No response. No other ghostly knights in this castle then. Okay. Let's look at the tapestry. Proud banners adorn the walls. Each bears a raven with wings unfurled, similar to one engraved on your armor. This is the symbol of the family I served. Yet you don't feel any sense of pride as you gaze upon them. I love that we assume that we served this family and that we're not from this family. I would think this is my home. Almost the opposite. Oh. We don't like this family. Once proud banners displaying the Marchioness's crest. The fabric is torn and covered in grime. The beautifully woven, once white birds have sunken into a sea of murky, moldy blue. Ugh. A heavy feeling lingers in your curios as you wonder if these banners mirror the fate of the house they reflect. Yikes. Okay. The glass? Broken glass and piled snow blanket the floor of this hall as well. The shards glint like splintered teeth. You remember tales you've heard before, tales you have told, and tales you have been told. The tales of men who woke from death and grew iron skin and teeth. What? Iron has always been sacred to spirits, they say. I mean, if Supernatural has taught me anything, ghosts don't like iron and salt, so I don't know. I suppose that's why I was drawn into my armor and not some other object. But why was I drawn here at all? Good question. Oh, I think we've looked at everything. Let's go to the door. Oh, what's that? What looks like a hatch lies on the one side of the room. Okay. Let's go down. You try to lift it and meet resistance. Your hollow arms clang in unison with the metallic screeching of the hinges as you strain to open it. It swings open to reveal pitch blackness. I shouldn't have expected anything else, should I? Go down, I guess. Yet something in the dark pulls at your memory. Twisting corridors, tunnels melting one into the next. A pursuit. Okay, so we were running. Hunters cornering prey. But was I the one chasing or being pursued? All you know is that some piece to the answers you seek lies down there. Can we go down there? Curiosity swallows sense as you descend into the darkness. Your Sebastian clangs on the steps, echoing into lightless. Soulless, unending, dark. Oh my God, was this a bad choice? Oh no! The blacker than the sunless sea. Blacker than that place where you were nothing. Okay, we won't do that again. You clamber out of the dark and nearly tumble onto the dusty floor. I can't go further without light. Yep, we're not doing that again. I can't. This is 1,000 times worse than the fear I held when I was alive. The sun would always rise again, no matter how many nights I could not sleep. But there is no sunrise on the sunless sea. All right, let's not go down there again. Yep. Your answers will have to wait until I have light and a way to leave a trail. If the tunnels are twisting if the tunnels are as twisting as I remember, I don't fancy becoming lost down there either. Maybe that's how we died. What's this? Oh, it's a unicorn. It's a storage room filled with a few empty crates and shelves. Dust coats the surface of old wood and moth-eaten fabrics, thick as frost untouched by the sun. Thin, moon-white cobwebs fill every corner and crevice. Against the far wall, you see a rickety shelf laden with blankets, horseshoes, and other riding equipment. You even spy what looks like a tournament barding bearing a unicorn-shaped crest. Okay. Likely this personal symbol of whatever knight this loyal steed once carried. Okay. You've seen this crest before. Have we? Emblazoned on a blue standard fluttering in the field. A satchel with the same crest sits on the top shelf. Can we touch it? Find out what it holds. Why would it not be worthwhile? What's inside? Luckily for you, your armor is tall enough to reach it without straining. You wonder if your suit would hold together if you were to fall. That's a good question. Would you be able to put yourself together if your arms were no longer attached to you? That is also a very good question. Oh, let's open it. You carefully lift the satchel, aged leather crinkling at your metallic touch. Your finger plates graze over the crest. Snow. Flour? Gingerly, you open it. Oh, wow. Rather than the equestrian supplies you were expecting, you find an assortment of objects. A broken necklace, torn linen, and numerous letters. Personal sentimental belongings. All right, let's do it. Oh, that's burned. Is that blood too? A torn piece of embroidered linen. The fabric is very fine. You're afraid to hold it with your gauntlet, lest the metal catch on the threads. It's patterned with flowers, leaves, and vines. Motifs common enough in clothing, but rarely on fabric this delicate. Oh, I know what this is. It's a wedding veil, or at least the remnants of one. A wedding veil? All that's left of the sorry thing is a scrap of fabric burnt and stained at one end. The stitches are uneven and filled with gaps, too tight in some places and too loose in others. Oh my gosh. The bride who made this was not a skilled seamstress, but, to put it charitably, that's so rude. With needlework like this, it's a wonder she married at all. Wow, disrespectful. I could have been married. Could I have been married? Was I ever in love? Was I ever in love? Finding a bride would have been a necessary task for a knight like you, but perhaps you cared more for companionship than dowries or alliances. But if you were, what does it mean that you don't remember who she was? Ooh. You're a supposed partner for life? Okay. Let's click it again. A torn veil stained and burned. You recall that the veil is traditionally saved and reused as a swaddling linen. Oh. From its current state, you imagine this one was certainly used for something. Either it was burned by accident and rescued, or it was ruined on purpose. Probably on purpose. Let's look at the letter. A faded note, a scrawl of handwriting barely visible on a parchment scrap. The ink looks blotted away in places. By water or by tears. Oh, wow. This game is really sad. You decipher it as best you can. I told you I don't want them back. Take them or throw them away. I don't want to talk. I don't want to see you again. Oh my gosh. Did they break up? Not after what you've done. Oh no. Drama. Well, that certainly doesn't bode well for its recipient. Okay, let's click it again. A note placed alongside objects that must have held deep, painful memories, carefully tucked away. That means the recipient of this note couldn't bear to look at them. The recipient of the note wanted to forget them. I think they couldn't bear to look at them. The memories of these objects held must have been too much to bear. But even ruined, broken, they had too much meaning to be carelessly thrown away. Isn't that common in heartbreak? Sometimes even pain can be a precious feeling. Sure. The locket thing. Okay, a simple amber pendant with a broken clasp. It could have belonged to a man or a woman, but given the fine linen it rests on, you find the latter more likely. It twinkles in the dark like a drop of stolen light. Okay. Let's do it again. Uncut amber hangs off a plain broken cord. Beautiful but simple, hardly a piece worthy of a noble or anyone of rank. Maybe our lover wasn't somebody with money. Maybe they broke off the engagement because they didn't think they were worthy of us. Still, you imagine that somebody treasured it. At least for a time. Oh, that's so sad. Letters stowed carefully away. Were these written by somebody you knew? You carefully fish out an envelope. To your frustration, they are too faded to read. Oh, dang it. It looks like they were damaged or the ink was of poor quality. Oh, come on. I wish I could have gotten a name, something, anything. Okay, I guess that's all we could see. You shouldn't have. Think of it as an early wedding gift. Oh, these are memories. Come on, try it on. I'm a lousy partner if I can't spoil you from time to time, aren't I? That's not true. You're all I could ask for. You deserve it. You deserve so much. Spring. Bright sunlight spills over a bustling town square. The market blooms with colors. Pennants fluttering in the air like butterflies, stalls strung with dried flowers, people filling the streets, tunics and skirts of woad and weld blossoming among the cobblestones. You keep your long hair covered despite the warm day. Silver strands stand out like a blot of ink on a fresh page. Oh my God, is this us? But she stands out anyway. Her loose waves flow down her back, burning red in the sunlight. I swear to God, this dev loves redheads. Uncouth, you knew for a woman her age, but she never cared what others thought of her. You admired that. You were always a little envious of it. Gingerly, she touches the drop of gold around her neck as if it were the most precious thing in the world. I was right. They were broke. But she stares upward as if the real treasure is held in her eyes. Oh, wow. Can we click it? No. Wait, I still don't know your name. Oh, no. We barely got something. A gift for someone you once knew. Someone who was close to you, at least for a time. Someone who cared for you. Someone who betrayed you. Betrayed us? You deserve so much. And that voice, that familiar voice of somebody who wanted to give her the world, but had only the sword on his belt and the armor on his back and little more. Oh, I was right. He was broke. A knight like you. What did I do? Well, now we know who we are. That's so sad. Okay, what's that? It's a wooden rack for holding weapons. Thank you, game. A pair of training staves lean against it forlornly. You sweep your gaze over the room. Not a single sword or spear lies in sight. You let your gauntlet fall to the side, where a scabbard would hang off your belt if you were carrying one. I can't deny I'd feel safer with a sword. There's nobody here. You know what they say about old habits and dying. Not the time for death jokes. A rack for holding weapons, but none lie in sight. It's strange that I haven't come across a single sword, spear, or axe yet. Not even a decorative one. Taken by thieves, most likely. Okay. Oh, I think we've seen it all. Down into the depths. I still need light, a lantern, or a candlestick, and a way to leave a trail. I won't go down there without it. Okay, so maybe... Oh, let's go back. Maybe a young girl, but she isn't blind. Can't you see? The North needs someone like you. Who? Wait. Okay. I guess we have to go the other way now. Oh my God. There's scratches on that door. A pair of doors stand at the end of the hall. They don't budge, even when you press the full weight of your armor against them. Locked. What's with the scratches, though? The thought occurs to you that, for all your steel suit ways, you yourself are still a spirit. In the tales you've heard of restless souls, some spirits walk through the world like mist. I wonder. Try to leave your armor. It doesn't seem like a wise idea. Let's try. Well, before we do that, because saving saves lives, we're gonna save. Let's try to do it. Let's try to leave our armor. You're not sure how to leave your armor, however. After a few moments of deliberation, you decide to simply press your gauntlet to the door and will yourself to float. Oh, wow. Did we go through the door? Before you awoke, there was nothing. No warmth, no light, no touch, nor taste, nor sight. Wait, did we go back to the beginning? No dreams, no fears, no memories. Only darkness, vast, boundless, unending, never ending. You are one soul adrift among the dead, a droplet in an ocean. Oh, wow. You are nothing. Okay, we shouldn't have done that. You are nothing. Oh my gosh, I'm something. Okay. You find yourself lurching over the door. We will not do that again. Helm bent, gauntlets gouging into the wood like claws as you settle back into the cold, familiar steel. I'm never doing that again. Agreed. I'm glad we are all in agreement about this. I can't leave my armor, my tether. I can't go back to the sea. I can't become mist again. If I want to go any further, I have to find that blasted key. Okay. Okay, so there's nothing here, so we gotta go back. Let's go this way. It's a tapestry. You spy the remnants of a tapestry clinging to the wall. Oh my gosh, is that a dragon? The knight on horseback charges at a giant thing tied down by chains. Bolts stick out of its back. The lone rider is flanked by knights of different colors bearing shields and spears. Revenants? You said this wouldn't be a scary story. I know where revenants came from, Seven Scarlet. What's this? Are you afraid of a simple tale? What if we're a revenant? Revenants. But they're the size of men, not whatever this is supposed to be. No tapestries often commemorate great events. Battles, victories. Perhaps the beast here was a metaphorical one. A great nation, an enemy army, a tyrant. Nothing more. I don't think so. That's not how this works. The remains of what was once a tapestry hangs on the wall like a gutted skin. Ugh, very descriptive. It depicts knights in battle against something. The fabric is nearly torn in two. A thief would have taken the entire piece, not slashed it to pieces. Whatever the reason for doing this, it was personal. Though a weapon could have damaged it, the jagged marks almost make you imagine claws. Staring at this ghastly thing is making me dream up fairy tales. Okay. Well, we did see scratches on that door. Let's go in here. Oh, wow, it's an altar. What's that? It's a pewter box. Inside you find shards of flint, striking iron, and char cloth. Tools for lighting fire. Perfect. Take them. You have no excuse not to enter the cellars now. You take them. Okay, what about this? An ornate candlestick sits on the altar. The candles resting in it are carved almost as beautifully as the spiraling black iron itself. These candles would have been lit as offerings to the spirits, both to guide them to rest and to ask for guidance in return. And now it can indeed guide a spirit, mine, through the cellars. You strike the flint until a spark catches, then light the 3 long candles standing in the candelabra. A soft glow radiates from the tiny flames now bathed in moonlight. For a moment, they seem to glow blindingly bright. Oh, a memory. Promise me you'll take care of your sister. Promise me you'll never fight, that you'll love each other. Oh, is this our mom? Spare our daughter, please. I beg of you. She's done no wrong. Oh. Those voices. I don't recognize them. That must have been the past. But why did that feel less like a memory and more like a dream? You toss your helmet and gorget as if you were shaking your head, then take the candlestick. You can sort out riddles later. Can we? Okay. What's that? Moonlight filters softly through the stained glass window. It's amazing it's in one piece. You recognize the scene depicted in the colored glass, a scene from the Tales of the Mist. The hero Tristram, lantern and sword in hand, preparing to slay the revenant that terrorized his people. But the story isn't a happy one. It's a tale of sacrifice and folly. Tristram. Why is that name familiar? Well, the tale was a popular one, and the name was common enough when I was alive. How do you know that? But you can't help but feel there's more to it than that. Maybe that was our lover. Click it again. A stained glass window above you depicts a scene from the old tale. The tale of a king who sacrificed everything in atonement for his reckless folly. Tristram. It aptly means sorrow, bestowed upon newborn boys in the hopes they'd lead humble lives, or on the unlucky number who survived their births while their mothers did not. Oh, that is so sad. Jesus. This game is like not holding back the punches, bro. Candles cover the room in every size and shape you could imagine a candle taking. Some are plain, half-melted stubs clinging stubbornly to their prickets, while others are tall and carefully carved with ornaments and flowers. Almost all are engraved with the name. It's a chapel, a place where rites were given and prayers whispered, where all facets of life were celebrated. Births, funerals, weddings. I know this place. I've carved names here. You? Golden lights softly scattered by stained glass, warm voices, borrowed silks, flowers. Did they elope? For the first time you can remember, the scent of flowers mixes with the incense and melting wax. You're not sure what they're called, but they're golden, like her eyes. Oh my God, they eloped. Gold like the thin band you carry that glints like a ring of sunlight. It slips over her finger as easily as a promise whispered. Oh my gosh. It weighs like an oath kept. Your family gains another member today, but not all are present to witness it. Your father is not here to see this joy. Oh, wow. Your heart is so light, you almost don't notice it. The warmth is gone, leaving your hollow plates colder than before. Oh my goodness. As the tender memory ebbs away, a trace of bitterness takes its place. Oh my gosh. A woman in a veil. Oh, wow. Okay, let's leave this place. I'm sad. It's a library. You carefully take your candlestick and bring it to the tall candelabra, setting each wick alight with flame. That's better. Okay. Ooh, they're hot. Who's that? It's a painting of a man with white hair and beard, dressed in fine furs and jewels. There's clear resemblance between him and the portrait of the woman in the salar. His painted eyes stare down at you in stoic contempt. Ooh. He's hot, though. You ungrateful bastard. Who gave you everything you have? Who granted you the honor and privilege of a knighthood when you should be rotting in the streets? Oh, okay. Stale liquor. Dusty cedar. Parchment and ink. It's a tournament. It's a tournament day, but you're not in the spirit for games. You'd retreated here in a foul mood, unaware that he had shirked his duties and done the same. What more do you want, boy? Ooh. You know what I want, father. Oh, wow. That's our dad. Our dad is a DILF. I remember him. This man was my father. The master of the castle was my father, yet his daughter succeeded him, while I became nothing more than a knight. Why? And even that was a privilege he deemed me unworthy of. What did I want from him? What did he refuse to give me? I was his flesh and blood, yet it doesn't seem like he saw me as such. You saw no reason to fulfill a request from a mere vassal, did you? Let's knock that portrait off the wall. It's a map. A faded map lies on the desk. It depicts two territories at its center, divided by a great river. Liftraiser and Ostaria. Okay. Those names I recognize. Let's click on this one. Ostara. The kingdom across the river. Vengeance. Snow. Blood, smoke, screams. Beyond that, I don't remember. Okay. What about this one? Liftraiser. Liftraiser? The kingdom of silver, north and golden south. Sunsets over endless fields. Birch forest turning pale gold with autumn's chill. Oh, that sounds gorgeous. The white river, Asker, gleaming with ice. Pale crests of waves breaking on the boreal sea. Oh my gosh. Skyridge Peak, scraping a frost blue horizon. A place I defended with my life. Right? I'm really liking the mystery too. Like I like uncovering the bits and pieces. I guess we gotta get out of here. Oh, is it a letter? Behind the map, you find a note. My lady, you made the right decision. The lion's den is too dangerous for a young girl like you. You can rely on me to handle the peace talks. I'm glad you understand why sending Sir Tristan would be imprudent. A bastard has no place rubbing shoulders with the lords, no matter how decorated. Oh, so we were an illegitimate child. I'm sure I need not remind you what they call him. The Prince Slayer's presence could only give the wrong impression at a peace summit. So we're Jaime Lannister. Okay, fine. Nor do the blood-hungry hounds who side with Heimdall need further encouragement. Please, don't worry yourself. Ever your loyal commander, Sir D. It's really funny his name is Sir D. Prince Slayer. Yeah, Prince Slayer. Prince Slayer? A mere knight dare spill royal blood? Small wonders this Sir Tristan would be shunned, even for a veteran. It seems he was no champion of peace. Tristan. You turn the name over in your mind, repeating its rhythm. Tristan. 2 syllables, a backwards heartbeat. Its cadence is familiar, engraved in your memory like the etchings on your armor. He was a bastard like you, or he is you. He was an outcast like you, or he is you. Why does he not think it's him? I'm aware of what it says. I don't recall anything about Commander D who wrote this. Heimdall, on the other hand, you feel your gauntlets clench in tension, yet no name echoes through your memory as deeply as Tristan. I feel like I'm clawing my way out of a dark well, like I'm on the cusp of remembering something important. Okay. Let's get out of here. What's this? A stack of papers sits on the desk. You look through them and find names, figures, and numbers. They're fiscal documents. Budgets. Little of this looks legible, though. They're stained and faded. In one of the better preserved pages is a roster of knights, listed in order of rank, along with their respective fiefs and incomes. This many knights. What a wealthy master we shared. If tension with Ostra were high, however, that makes plenty of sense. One knight whose name you cannot make out is listed at the bottom. I bet that's us. Whoever he was, he had far lower earnings than the rest. Okay. Bookcase? Shelves of books and records on what looks like a variety of subjects. You walk over and examine the spines until you spot one that bears the same emblem on your armor. A raven with wings extended like a leaf. Oh, that's really pretty. Ancestry of the House of Winter. That must be the family name of the Marchioness. Navigating the pages isn't easy with metal fingers, but you manage, flipping through decades, if not centuries of names, dates, and facts until you land on the most recent entry. Year 228. On the second day of the second month, a daughter is born to Marquis Sigmund and Lady Vivian, and given the name Sigland. Okay. 5 days later, Lady Vivian perishes. Oh, they died in childbirth. Okay. Year 246. On the seventh day of the second month, Lord Sigmund perishes after many months of illness. Lady Sigland is named his successor and bestowed the title of Marchioness. Sigland. Sigland von Winter. Oh, you know her name. My sister. Your sister. So you were 18 years old when our father crossed the sunless sea. If this Marchioness and the one in the painting are the same, then the lady I served was barely more than a child. Sigmund, father. You flip back through earlier entries. There's no mention of a son. So I was kept around, but my mother and I weren't important enough to be included in the record, even as a footnote. Damn. As if they were ashamed I even existed. You close the book with sinking feelings in your curiosity. It's fucked up. What's that? An empty glass bottle. As you brush a cobweb off it with your gauntlet, a memory of a scent wafts over you. Stale liquor, stinging bitterness, honey to mask it. You almost recoil in distaste. I take it I wasn't one for strong drink. Could I use this to hold something, to leave a trail within the cellars? Yes. Take the bottle. I could use this to hold something to leave a trail, like a powder. You take the bottle and fix it snugly to your belt. Okay. There's still more to see. Is my name on this ledger? Could one of these knights be me? You read off the list of legible names to yourself, but none feel like they belong to you. Sir Diet Hard? Wait, Die Hard? Is it really Die Hard? Wow. Sir Diet Hard, Sir Xavier, Sir Robin. Well, even if I could learn my name here, knowing what my fiefdom earned in a year doesn't seem like helpful information to me now. Assuming my master had even granted me one. Okay. Let's look at the books again. You peruse the titles. Though several of the topics look interesting, you're not sure they'll help you remember anything about yourself. Yet, you can imagine running your fingers along the grooves of the spines, as if you've done so many times before. Okay, let's look back at our dad. The painted figure of a man stares out from the dusty frame. The previous marquis and master of the castle, your father. That makes the Marchioness your sister, and you, the bastard son kept to serve the family, never to take its lofty name. That's still messed up. Let's look at the map again. Ostaria. Did we vanquish them, or did they vanquish us? Good questions. I don't think there's anything else for us to see. More books? All right, let's look at the family record again. I don't think there's anything else here. Interestingly, both wife and husband died on the same day years apart. I wonder if the lady of the house was anything like the master. But the words on the page offer no significance, no insight on your relationship with the people they describe. What am I not? I'm missing. Oh, ha! In the drawers, you find more corked bottles of alcohol, dusty and undisturbed. You wonder if the Marchioness or her predecessor was fond of drink. So the top right drawer is locked and will not open. You can't help but feel that the desk in its current state, spilled alcohol, a mess of papers, doesn't look like it belonged to the Marchioness. Unlike the Solar, this place looks largely untouched. Maybe the young woman wanted to remember her father. Pitiful thing. Ordinarily, I'd say that clinging to the past does one no favors, but something from your past must have brought you back to this place. True. Okay, we've looked at everything. We have to leave. You have not spent years protecting the commoners from Ostarian invaders. To them, you're a princess locked in a white tower. I'm well aware of my shortcomings. The only reason you stand where you are is because Sir Tristan is loyal to you, but loyalties can change. Okay. I feel like we need something to leave a trail with. Did you not like my gift? It's beautiful, but you stand in the Solar, your arms folded tightly in front of you. Your eyes flit over the suit of polished steel that stands there in solemn silence, a gleaming shadow. You don't know what else to say. It is beautiful, worthy of a prince and worth a prince's ransom, but it's still only a suit of armor. To an ordinary knight, a gift like this would be the honor of a lifetime. But for a hero of the kingdom, a veteran of the Great Ice War, a man who's given and sacrificed so much, how could a single suit of armor ever be enough? I only wanted... What did we want? Okay, but there's nothing here. I guess we can go down now. Well, we don't have anything to leave a trail. Ah, shucks. Well, I once heard somebody tell stories about the sunless sea, of the spirits who failed to cross its shores and wandered eternally through the land of the living. But who? And were they ever true? You can't help but feel you have an answer now. Well, you know the sunless sea was a real thing. Or wait, hold on. Was there another way to go here? No. Okay, let's go back. I guess let's go in the cellar. wait, you said a powder? A powder could work. My wife's things. Jesus. Open the satchel. See if there's anything we can use. A scrap of linen from what once was a wedding veil. Its stitches tell a story, but that story eludes you. I don't think... I don't know. We need powder, but I don't know where we would get that. Let's go back here? No, let's go back here. Oh, the ash from the hearth. A cold hearth full of ash. Ash, not the ideal trail marker, but I have no better options. You do your best to scoop up the ash from the hearth into the glass bottle. It slips through the cracks in your gauntlets and settles deep into the fine etchings on the lames, turning beautiful black steel gray. But you have other things to concern yourself with than being tidy. Finally, once the bottle is filled, you return it to its place on your belt. I hope this works. It's not an ideal trail marker, but it will have to do. A shame no one left a pile of pebbles lying around. I love that we can joke even in death. This way. And in here. I'm going to save here because I feel like something bad will happen. So, all right, let's go into the cellar. It's time. Once more, you lift the hatch and stare into the open maw of the cellar staircase. The light from the candles faintly flickering outlines staggered steps swallowed by the darkness below. You stare into the blackness, one gauntlet gripped on your candlestick, the other reaffirming that the bottle in your belt sits snug. It's now or never. And so you descend. Step by step. Your stabbins clang. Your hauberk rattles against the shell of your cuirass. You grip your candlestick tightly, as if it's shield and weapon both. The tunnels are wider than you remember. Wider than the oppressive twisting stone you imagined. There's ample room above your helm and around you, so much that your candlelight barely reaches the walls on either side. There is no sound but the ringing of steel against steel as you step, and step onwards. The shaking of your hauberk, clink, clank, with your hollow cuirass echoes like a heartbeat. Finally, up ahead, you come across a fork in the path. Oh no. Search my memories? What path did you take so many years ago? You were following the lantern light of somebody. Somebody you held onto tightly. Or were they holding on to you? Right. Let's go right. You leave a small pile of ash to remark the turn, then continue into the dark. It's strange how familiar this feels. Not this place, but this darkness. How crushing it is. How alone. Somewhere once, I was freezing. I was hurt. I was trying to build a fire, but my fingers were numb. Oh no, is that how we died? With every shake of your metal heartbeat, you give silent thanks that you no longer feel the cold. The path continues on, stone after stone. Finally, after what could be minutes or hours, you spy another fork in the path. I'm gonna search my memories. Hand over the girl. What did you do, Father? Answer me. You can hate me all you wish. A young girl's cries. A knight's resolve. Voices. One of them yours. Left. Oh my God. What happened? You make another mark with the ash, then continue down your path. Voices whisper at the edges of your mind, a tangle of threads, faded, frayed. You can't make out the words, can't reach through the torn veil of your memories. Half of you wants to scream with the lungs you don't have. The other half wants to turn back and run. Steady. If being down here makes me feel this way, I must be getting closer. You can do nothing but continue, so continue you do. As you walk, the candles you carry seem to flicker, then burn brighter than before. You grip the candlestick tightly and continue on at a cautious pace. Step after step. Finally, up ahead, another turn comes into view. Another fork. I'm gonna search my memories. This time, there's nothing at all. No, wait. Oh, no. You're not my brother. My brother is a hero. He would never hurt me or betray me like this. I'm not a hero. Oh, no. What happened? Oh, gosh. Let's go right. You leave more ash to mark your trail, then continue through the tunnels, hoping you picked correctly. You walk for what feels like hours. Your every hollow, clanking step reminds you that you are alone. You are alone. Whispers wrap around you like silk, trapping you in their threads. You are alone. You are not alone. Voices linger. Memory coalesces. Theirs, yours. They flicker and burn. They wither and choke. Ash gives way to cold and dark. The waves of the sea call. The dead do not belong. You jerk violently as hot wax drips onto your gauntlet, making you flinch as if your skin were flesh and not steel. You fumble and nearly drop the candlestick. Steady, steady. I'm far from the shores of the sea. I have nothing to fear. I just need to get through this. You continue on more briskly than before, as if to make up lost time. Finally, up ahead, you see something on the ground, a glint in the dark. You doubt your own senses at first. No, something really is there. Carefully you approach. Please be a key and not a body. Candlelight falls on the metal caked in the dust and decay. The curve of a curious... the threads of a molding surcoat. The white of bone. Why is it a body? A corpse lies before you. Spirits. We need your keys, sir. Thank you. Keys hang off of a ring on the fallen knight's belt. I'll have to take those before I leave. I'm sorry, but I need them. I can only hope this unlocks the door in the hall. The corpse of a knight lays against the wall, jaw locked in a soundless cry, sockets staring eternally upward. He spent his last moments calling out to, cursing, whatever or whoever killed him. Yeesh. A medallion in the shape of a raven hangs around the knight's gorget. You note how similar it looks to the one worn by the Marchioness and the Marquis in their portraits. The mark of a high ranking, no, the highest rank given to a knight. Yeesh. Take the keys and leave. Wait. Light a candle in respect. It doesn't feel right to leave him like this, but I don't have any candles to spare. Rest in peace. It seems you have no choice but to leave the dead night be. You've been down in the cellars a good while. With candlelight waning, you decide to retreat the way you came. Wait, did we take the keys? No, we did not. No! We can't be respectful of the dead! Forget the dead. We're gonna steal your keys, sir. I was too nice. Yep, we take the keys. Take the keys and leave. Pitiful soul. It seems you have no choice but to leave the dead night be. You've been down in the cellars a good while. With candlelight waning, you decide to retreat the way you came. You reach for the keys looped on the knight's belt. Oh my God! What is happening? Oh my God! No! 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 Traitor! Get off me! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! What the fuck? Castle Winter, Lift, year 308, Winter. Oh my God. I don't like it. Sorry. Wow. Grandmother, I brought you some warm milk. How did we go from this to grandmother? You're my heir, Tristram, not a servant. Will you wait until I cross the sunless sea before you act like it? The young man wordlessly set down the steaming cup and retreats from the room. You almost feel a pang of remorse as you hear the door close behind him with a quiet thud. Old age is making you sentimental. The regrets you thought you had tossed aside weigh like piled stones. The boy is almost 30, and on the surface, an ideal successor. Level-headed, poised, and a seasoned warrior, a skilled diplomat, like you trained him to be. But his heart is fragile and weak, just like... Who? You sigh and turn towards the painting on the wall. Like him. His portrait has hung on that wall for decades. It was painted from your memories and descriptions. The artist spared no detail but captured his likeness with the melancholy so true to life it stung you. Okay, we're about to see his face. Far from the heroic figure you wanted him remembered as. You'd dismissed that artist from your court in disgrace and hung the portrait in the privacy of your chambers, safe from the eyes of the world. And so, he has kept watch over you, decade after decade, reminding you of your failures. Oh, wow. He's so pretty. You find yourself speaking to the dead more than the living these days. You dream of the things you'll ask him, explain to him, beg of him, demand from him. Until we meet again beyond the sunless sea, dear brother. Oh, wow. He's really hot. I'm not usually into the brocon, but I like what I see. Oh, that's the end. The last winter night. Oh, wow. Oh, that's the end of the demo. Are you kidding me? I swear this always happens. I get to the end of the demo and I'm like, no, where's the rest of the story? Where's the rest of the story? Oh, that was freaking beautiful. This dev always gets me with these stories every single time. Yeah, wishlist is on Steam. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making such an awesome game. What do I say? Andises always makes these like really deep, emotional stories that pull you in like a really good book. Oh, the writing is so beautiful. It's so poetic and fun, and it pulls you in. Oh my god, this is so much fun. It's so heartbreakingly beautiful. I really, truly always enjoy their games. I can't wait to play the full game when it's ready. I don't know what else to say. Like, I don't have any words. It was just really wonderful. Go wishlist this on Steam and like tell the dev that they're wonderful and amazing. Oh my god. Thank you all so much for coming through. You guys are super special, awesome. I hope you had fun with The Last Winter Night. I did. I'm going to go cry into my pillow while I think about the sad story again. So I hope you don't. But thank you all so much for coming through. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is in your neck of the woods. And I will catch you all in the next stream. All right, y'all.